experiment now, since I have had 4 freaking lives that have buffered and went out for me when I was using my OBS Streamlabs. I'm trying to see, is it OBS? Is it YouTube? So now I'm on my phone, which doesn't use OBS, obviously. And I'm going to try and see if this stays connected. I haven't shared it out. I doubt anyone is going to find this right now because I've had 4 times that this has been happening. Now, let me see here. So what I'm going to do by putting, I don't know what is going on. I'm going to see if this stays from my phone. I don't know. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But let me see. I'm just going to tell you, I've gone through the opening statements and I mean the closing arguments that the prosecution put on. Okay, it was Christy Slavic. And I think we left off when we were talking about the drugs. And she went on to talk about how the kidnapping, there was a kind of, some confusion that maybe those were going to be dropped, but that's not true. And the instances that she used to show that were when Cassie Ventura one time was beaten up by Sean Combs when she was hiding under the seat of a Cadillac Escalade. I don't even know how you do that. But she was hiding under the seat of a Cadillac Escalade and, oh, you're welcome, putting on, you know me, I'm no quitter. I go down, I get back up again. Anyway, she was under the seat of a Cadillac Escalade and he apparently beat her up so bad, stomped on her head. She had, black eyes, swollen lips, all that stuff. And Sean had her put into a hotel, hidden away, squirreled away in there so that nobody would see her. And then he had his staff that was complicit, that helped with this stuff, like D-Rock, that kept her hidden until she healed. And that's what Christy Slavic says. She didn't want to be there. She wanted to go home to her mother. She could not. That goes along with the kidnapping charges. And there was another instance with Jane. And so she went in to illustrate those. And then she was like trying to get ahead of the defense that is trying to portray these women as willing participants. And so she's going over that and saying, look, they had to perform when they had their period, when they had UTIs, when they felt so disgusted, so used, so horrible. They were not willing participants in this, not by any means. So yeah, that's one thing. Those are the instances of the kidnapping, and then that they proved the drugs, and that staff members were getting the drugs. They listed the drug dealers' names, showed text messages about that, about his enterprise, this racketeering enterprise. I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head was. Then they went to what I was doing to say. Lot with Cassie in the hotel. How when that incident happened, how they tried to keep it under wraps, including that video surveillance footage, and that a member of Diddy's staff was given $100,000 because they thought they made it disappear. We found out that wasn't the case, right? CNN had received a copy of it. So that's that. And what else did we have? So then after that hotel incident, yeah, everybody tried to downplay it, and it's that he seemed to be calling Jane and kind of doing damage control, and then always holding her $10,000 a month that he gave her for her house over their head. And just stuff like that. So to show that, he had the staff pay the house. But they also said that Jane didn't want to participate in these hotel nights or these king nights, or everything they were called. And he got her to come by telling her they were going to go on a trip to New York City, and they were going to have just a beautiful time and do all this stuff. And then when she was on the plane, he told her, no, I want hotel nights. So that's what he got, hotel nights. And then it kind of the, similar incidents with Cassie Ventura. They said that, these women, sometimes they were urinated on by the workers, and sometimes they had been up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And they worked, like I said, with, didn't matter whether they had UTIs or their period or anything, he had them working. And if they didn't perform, like when Jane was with one of the workers, and then Sean called her into the room, she didn't move fast enough, I guess, and he dragged her in there by her hair, and I think it was the security guard testified that he heard her slap. It would sound like him slapping her. And then she came out, and he said, you show her and the sex worker, are you ready to go? You ready to do it again? Because he wants to watch. He's a freak off. Okay, so hi Denise. I don't understand. Yeah, this is my 5th live, Denise. It's something I had to go on my phone because my computer, I don't think it's the OBS, is not working. So I was just going to go over real quick what I had said about 3 times. And that, I don't know, that's, the prosecution basically said, he got away with it because of his power, his status, and, it's time. Justice is coming, and justice is coming, yeah. More ways than one, right? But that's what she said, justice is coming. So we'll see what happens. And maybe tomorrow I can go over more of her exact words, but just crazy. And I can't even play word cookies on this. Just so annoying. But I'm going to go, I think, to try to get some rest. Oh, let me tell you about the lifeguard real fast. She's a New Jersey lifeguard, and she fell off the lifeguard stand, but she was impaled by an umbrella. Oh my gosh. And she's okay. She's okay. She had surgery, and she's okay. And then I talked about the cake in the other one. It might even have been this one somewhere. But anyway, I am going to go try to get some rest. I've got a big day tomorrow. I love you guys. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow sometime, okay? Thank you for the hearts. Good night, everybody.